Ursula von der Leyen and the European Commission have decided to announce another huge financial package for a number of projects, including the migrant crisis across the continent. And in this video, we ask, how is it that despite European opposition against some of these decisions coming from the centralized parts of Brussels, nobody cares about accountability or scrutiny? Now, as you guys know, the migrant crisis and the border crisis in general across the continent is escalating. Migrant camps are getting filled from Turkey and Greece to Italy and France. And of course, the small boats continue to come towards England. And the European Commission have thought, well, maybe we should spend more money to help them. Now, the biggest problem is actually about democracy and diplomacy, because a number of member states in Europe have been coming out to actually oppose some of these policies and in terms of the level of spending. And some of them have actually been supporting or helping the European Commission to come up with the right figure to help the migrants, or as they call them, refugees. So following all the meetings across Brussels with all the member states, the European Commission decided to basically ignore everybody and say, we are going to spend more money. So between 2016 and 2022, they spent 4.2 billion euros. That was the budget for the refugee program. But now the new figure has escalated to 7.6 billion euros. 7.6 billion. Now, the problem with this is that it's fine to spend money on your programs. It's up to you anyway. But firstly, get the consent of the European countries. Secondly, make sure you know the avenue. If you're going to be spending it on the migrant camps or refugee camps, make sure you use the right agencies. If you're going to use the United Nations agencies, if you're going to use the so-called politically motivated human rights groups, that money is not going to get spent properly. And a lot of times when we have corruption in these organizations, there is absolutely no scrutiny. So you're basically encouraging more people to come towards the continent of Europe from the Middle East and North Africa and many other places. Now, the other part of this announcement with the financial package was also the 50 billion euros financial aid package to Ukraine. Yes, the European Union did finalize the 50 billion euros aid package for Ukraine to be allocated from 2024 to 2027. Now, the European Commission were very defensive about this offering and were very obvious to clarify that part of that money is going to be in grants, and then most of it will be in loans. So the Ukrainian government will have to pay back that money. But of course, in terms of the timeline and the interest rates and everything else, that's for later on. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section, especially if you're watching from one of the member states in the European Union. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.